So here's the thing with video editing. There are certain nuances that just don't get spoken about enough, primarily because they don't get paid attention often enough. And one such tenet to cutting footages like a pro and creating an immersive storytelling experience is eye tracing. So what is eye tracing? In the simplest terms, eye tracing is the process of guiding your viewer's eyes to the part of the frame where you want them to pay the most amount of attention to. Every time we see a scene, our eyes look for the most important parts of the video. As a video creator or marketer, it is very important to make sure your audience sees what you want them to see. You don't want your audience spending a lot of time looking for the information in the scene, right? Hence, eye tracing makes it easy to create a hierarchy of important elements, enabling a seamless and effortless viewing experience. For example, if you take a look at this scene, the man is in motion, whereas the background is still. This subconsciously pulls our attention towards the man and our eyes traces him. This is eye tracing. Let's look at a slightly non-obvious example. In this scene, you can see that our eyes capture the man running first, as he's the one in motion. The second thing our eyes capture is the van and the family. In this way, eye tracing is used to build hierarchy in a scene. If you look at these scenes from the greatest directors of all time, you can see that your eyes are always directed to the most important aspect of that particular scene. You can use these techniques in your YouTube videos too. For example, if you look at this video, your eyes can easily spot out the woman in the frame without any conscious effort because the frame is still and the subject in the video is in motion. Eye trace becomes all the more important when you think about the nature of the content you want to create across different social media platforms and how we consume content on these platforms. We spend less than 3 seconds to decide if something is worthwhile, and even if we start viewing a video, we drop off at first signs of any efforts involved. And if you have the attention span of a goldfish like me, you wouldn't even stick around for a second. If you don't pay attention to the natural hierarchy you are creating for your viewer and make it extremely easy for them to notice what you want them to see, your message won't land at best. And at worst, they will simply drop off your video. Now let's look at 3 simple techniques that you can use to guide your viewer's eye in your video. The first one's motion. It's when you use motion to make something stand out in a scene and immediately pull your audience's attention towards it. This is probably the most frequent way that you would want to draw your audience's eye to something specific in the frame. The first ones are CTAs and graphics on screen such as arrows that use motions to reinstate important bits by highlighting them. Since the rest of the frame remains consistent, the sudden motion in one part of your screen naturally draws your audience's eye to that part of information. However, the same thing can also be a major distraction if there are too many moving elements on your frame. Hence, CTAs etc. need to be done carefully, otherwise they may just take away your audience's attention rather than enhancing it. We actually use text and graphics all the time on our videos and they work like a charm. But you'll notice that typically there is no other new motion that is happening on the frame while we're doing that. We use the principle of eye trace for our Facebook ads as well, wherein we will usually bring the visual in. Then as the visual continues for a few more seconds, we will bring the text in so that the viewer sequentially first registers the visual and then the text. Now let's talk about the second way in which you can guide your audience's attention to something specific. Position. Basically, you want to make sure that the important part of shot A is in the same area frame of the most important part of shot B. This way, the audience doesn't have to waste time looking for the important elements in the upcoming shots. This technique is used in ads, film, music video, and other different forms of video content. Let's understand position eye tracing better with an example. This montage we worked on in video looks very seamless. But if you dig deeper, you will see a pattern here. The important part of the previous shot is in the same area as the important part of the next shot. Whether it's the girl painting or the man's face on the next frame, most of the shots' important elements fall near the same area. Another effective technique of guiding your viewer's eye is by using color in a scene. For example, when a background has a dull saturation and the character or element in that scene has a color which is in contrast to that, the viewers would be able to spot the difference subconsciously and direct their attention towards the color. Remember, you don't have to use only one technique at a time, you can use all 3 if the scene demands it. For example, if you look at this dark motion poster template we created, you'll see how we use a combination of both motion and color to guide the viewer's eye. In this poster, the first thing our eye sees is the man and then the title of the frame, which are two primary elements of the video. The secondary elements are the past, present, future, and the Netflix logo, which are positioned smaller and later in the video. And that's how paying attention to eye trace and composing your video scenes accordingly can instantly level up your storytelling ability and make you a better video creator. If you found value in this video, we would love for you to like this video and share it with others who you think would derive value out of it. We bring a lot of hard work into bringing you these videos, and it goes a long way for us to continue to do so. And if you're looking for more such filmmaking fundamentals and tips, you definitely want to check out this playlist that consists of tenets such as B-rolls, cuts, and transition that will help you in becoming a better video creator. This is Christine from InVideo, and
Đăng ký dùng thử miễn phí phần mềm tạo video tại trang web invideo.design.